What's up everybody, how's it going, and welcome to this episode of Car Rant. Today is a very interesting and different episode for us because as I sit down, none of my cars are here. If you're seeing this episode, you are more than likely subscribed and a fan, and if you are, I appreciate you greatly. It's you guys watching that helps me keep on going because it just tells me that people care about what I do here. If you're not, please consider hitting that sub button. Every sub counts. We appreciate it, and we just hit 2,500 subs, so congratulations everybody here on the YouTube space. We are finally starting to climb back up the numbers again. But I am here to unfortunately report that every single Car Rant project doesn't work. So basically, as you guys are aware, the Evo is now at More Automotive. It's getting studs repair done as we speak. The Pajero should be back by next episode, give or take, hopefully, because it's getting a new ECU. Working with my boys there at the Mitsubishi dealership. Turns out my ECU did in fact get fried, which is big sad because everything else in the truck works except for the stuff that counts. And last but not least, the stretch row is in pieces. As you can tell, this is where I spent a lot of my time trying to rebuild it because there's tons of parts and boxes, and then there's my tools and stuff over here. Yeah, it hurts to say the stretch row died. And to give you the shortest update possible on this so we can move on to what's really happening today, I did a full engine swap, carb swap, everything under the sun, and it still doesn't want to run. That said, I've already committed doing a full re-overhauling of that particular bike, and we're going to sequence it and film it, specifically for TikTok, but obviously for here as well. So with this lack of a haircut and somewhat sad and awful update about everything going on, I'm here to tell you we're adding another scooter to our ranks. In case you forgot, the Matruckus actually now lives with Ian. I have Stretcho and Little Reds in pieces, so that means we had to get another one. Because with no working vehicle, I can't even go to the grocery store anymore. Alright, this next morning, the seller didn't want to meet last night. Unfortunately, he got off of work extremely late, so got Ian. We're gonna dish his truck. We're gonna go get my scooter. So we're now home in the Stretcho. Our fallen soldier is in bad shape. Just to demonstrate how bad, when this fell, it completely cracked up the side panels. Now none of that will align correctly. This got damaged as well, some of the underskeleton. It's in bad shape. We even lost the rear brake line, and because of how much has been damaged, how much has been done, I've even had to lose the brake light. We're gonna put him on hold for right now. He's not forgotten. We're not gonna ditch it, but we are going to rebuild it. We're gonna use parts from Little Red for the back half to basically resurrect this shell the way that it needs to be. We're actually gonna get the old engine, put it back on, because I did swap engines with Little Red, just to see if maybe that would fix it. It did not. And all of that said, that's now become a more long-term project. What am I gonna drive in the meantime? This little guy. This particular Yamaha Vino is an XC50 4-stroke water-cooled engine. In a lot of ways, this little moped, this scooter, is very, very akin to the Honda Metropolitan. And in fact, when they were first made, they were direct competitors. These scooters were built for the purpose of fighting against the newly reintroduced Vespa 50. And in a lot of ways, you can see that throughout its design. With the advent of these Vespa-style scooters, it brought on a whole new wave of interest and intrigue into the scooter market. And as a result, there's tons of these guys laying around all over the United States, and some people are letting them go for dirt cheap. On average, I see people selling them for around $1,200, which is far less than a Metropolitan, but this guy, he was 200 bucks. Stock for stock, so forget that this even looks like this. Stock for stock. On camera. Which one would you rather take? I'm just talking about base appearance right now.
Base appearance? I don't know. It was kind of a toss-up. Probably the Vino.
That headlight, ain't it?
Yeah.
Very freight trading. But it looks good. For $200, there's a lot of scooter here. And now we're going to sit here and try and diagnose the carb. It does start. Shall we demonstrate it starting? Right now the kickstart is how we're starting because there's no battery. Battery's pretty much gone. Look at that. First try. Oh, I gotcha. There is old gas in this, but it does run, and it's really not that bad noise-wise. It definitely sounds like it's getting rid of some deposits. The tires themselves are in good shape, but see if it'll give it a little bit of a rev. Like I said, we gotta adjust the card, so it's probably just not wanting to play ball right now. But as you can tell, it's very similar to the Metropolitans and the Ruckuses. It's almost the same layout, but this will hit 40 miles an hour unrestricted, as it sits. No mods needed. In other words, while this thing sputters to a halt, it would have already hit 40 miles an hour, whereas the other Metro might have struggled to do that. This is what we got. This is what we're working with. Now it's time to start modifying the crap out of it next year. Because your boy has no money now. This is all I had left. I needed some way to get around, and I'm beyond grateful that I've actually been able to get this, because without this, your boy's not getting job interviews, not getting to the grocery store, not getting dog food. It's been a bad time. It's been a bad time. But with that said, if you're excited for the XC50, please hit that sub bell. Check us out. We've got a lot more content, and if you're curious about it, the video right here is when we first got the blue Metropolitan. It was in pretty much the same shape, but definitely wasn't $200.